would you suggest helping for students to almost grow a bigger network? How did you grow your network very large?
So this is where we get into the ideas behind highly influential people and being proactive about it. Because there's a tendency for us to think that we have to stick within the confines of who we know today. And when you're earlier in your career, you don't know that many people. You only have 24/7. So where do you put some time? And how do you reach out? And that kind of gets into that category of being focused on going after the right targets, understand their profiles, and finding ways that you will meet the right people under one of two very traditional means. So even though new relationships in your world can begin with a pure online presence, dating apps galore, all right? And you have the opportunity to meet up with some people just digitally, all right? You probably know a lot of friends that spend a lot of time in those dating apps and are still spinning their cycles unproductively, all right?
Yeah.
And so as entrepreneurs who might send out thousands of emails, especially using AI and capabilities that can make it tens of thousands, and then are surprised that they don't get a response, if you circle back towards, well, what are the two most common means of starting high impact relationships? They're very traditional. It's being in the right place at the right time and having what we call a creative collision, people bumping into each other and getting to know each other in person. Or number two, from those people that you met in a creative collision over time and have a relationship and they become a trusted source, someone that you've met along the way refers you to a source that is of interest to you. So the challenge for students and for entrepreneurs both is to say, how do I scale up both the volume and the quality of creative collisions? Where can I go to meet the right people? Where do I put my time where I can meet the right people in person? And of the people that I meet, which are the relationships that are worth cultivating? And how, especially a person that's a high impact individual, and the higher their impact, the more opportunity rich their time is. And it's, you say, well, I can't ever get this person's time. And so one has to understand the mechanics of, you set the target and say, I'm interested in that person. How can you get referred to that person? So there are many tactics on how to do that. Within More Good Jobs, I give some hints. That could be a separate interview topic.
Great. Yeah, I was just about to ask, what some strategies you have for networking like that, and you just answered my question. That was great.
Well, we touched on it, but I'm saying there's a lot of depth to bring that alive.
Right.
With actual strategies from a tactical standpoint. It's easy to say this is what you should be doing. The how you do it becomes a more detailed question.